We got 4 species from Alan, 4 from Joyce, 2 from... So going into the last 2 names? Sorry, wrong radio. Mention 4 and 3. Okay, a lot of people are saying 4, which is theoretically correct. Holly 3, Elaine 4, Wendy 3. There are 4. Julia, Christy 3. Oh, look at the game going on now. There are 4 members of the... No, hang on. Yeah, 4 members of the hyena family. Sorry, lots of noise on the radio. There's 4 theoretic members. One is not actually a hyena, it's called an aardwolf, or which basically translated means earth wolf. And they are almost completely termite eaters. But they are part of the hyena family, and they do look very similar to the striped hyena. So of the actual hyenas, you've got spotted, brown, and striped hyena. And in South Africa, we only have brown and spotted. Well, apparently someone's saying that aardwolf is also called civet hyena. That is not a name I've heard from them before. I've heard them being called maned jackal before. There's another name sometimes that was used in the old days, because they've got a very long mane, and one of their defense mechanisms is to erect that mane when they are under pressure from other predators. That's cool. Yeah. I've never heard the civet one before. I've only heard the maned jackal. Oh, lots of games going on here next to me. Okay, apparently it's from in a book by a woman called Inga Rena, calling it a civet hyena. Might be from East Africa, but I haven't heard that before. But now, the second question I wanted to ask, you can tell me what country outside of Africa has hyenas, lions, leopards, rhinos, elephants, and a type of wild dogs. Which country outside of Africa has hyenas, lions, which country outside of Africa has lions, leopards, hyenas, rhinos, elephants, buffalo, and a type of wild dog, and historically, within the last few hundred years, also had cheetah? And send your answers to questions@wildearth.tv or use the hashtag SafariLive on Twitter. There we go. RC. RC is correct. We're just going to wait for a little bit longer for a few more answers to come in. Joe in the UK. Ellen. Oh, apparently it sounds like a very, very easy question. Everyone's got it right. It is India. Okay, well, that was too easy for everyone. So, as I'm sure you've noticed, we don't stay at the hyena den after it gets dark. A few reasons for this. Because the Sabi signs, the tourism has been going on for so long, the lights at the den might attract another predator. Just being curious. So, and it looks like the adult's leaving now, off on her way to go forage and hunt. So it's quite likely that these little guys are going to head under. And I think we're going to head off and see if we can maybe, hopefully, find a leopard in the last little bit. I just got a feeling we need to go around there. I mean, look at that, almost immediately the two youngest. Oh no, she's coming back. I think I just heard a loud growl from her. Maybe she was saying like, get to bed, you little rascals. Oh, head pops. Greeting going on. Evening, Sandra from Canada. Sandra said she noticed a bit of bumps on the legs of the hyenas, and she was wondering whether it could be TB, like on the lions. No, I think it's just growing, and they haven't quite grown into their legs yet. They are funny things. I was hoping that the female was going to give us a call there for a second. It looks like she's about to set off. Be interesting to see how far. Yeah, they're not going to follow too far. Well, we don't want to bring any unwanted attraction to the youngsters. Oh, wait just a minute. They all ran together up to the mouth of the den, and I'm quite sure there's a strong possibility when I start the engine they might all disappear in. Just, they won't be as bold when there isn't an adult around. Oh, nice. Getting used to the cars now. apparently there's a request for more questions. Okay, let me think. That last one was way too easy. Way too easy. I'm sorry guys, I'm just thinking. Let's think. What's a good question? Well, let's keep it local for now. Let's do a Sabi Science question. Let's do a Juma question, a very specific. Or let's just stick to the Sabi Science. This is a bit of a tough one, so probably for the more seasoned viewers. What is the most common tree species that we see on Juma and on Arathusa while on drive? This is definitely one for the diehards out there. Remember your answers. Go to questions@wildearth.tv or just use the hashtag SafariLive on Twitter. And then that'll give me a chance to think up some better ones. Well, there's been a lot of answers. The one is it is a bush willow, is the correct answer. But one bush willow species in particular, I'm going to grab a leaf right now. And it's called let's see one that's got, here we go. Called a red bush willow is the most common one. And it's apparently only Sharon from Australia got red bush willow. Well done, Sharon. Wow, impressed. Oh, she got Sharon from Austria, sorry. So it's got a very distinctive, you can zoom on the tip of the leaf there. I remember when I was learning how to remember its name, if I turn it sideways like this, its Latin name, it's a Combritum, which is the same as all bush willows. But then, its Latin name is Combritum apiculatum, and it looks like there's a little pick head, a little sharp little piece coming off the end. So that's that one, Combritum apiculatum, and this is by far the most common species we get here. Most of the woodland around here is what you would call broad-leafed woodland, which is dominated by Combritum or bush willow species. So the others, I know I've asked you before about russet bush willow. We also get large fruited bush willow, variable bush willow, velvet bush willow, and those are the more common ones, and there are some sort of obscure ones. Oh, and knobbly bush willow as well. So there's quite a few. And they'll always be the dominant species. They will fill in your marullas and your knobthorns like that up ahead of us. Are generally will be the bigger trees, and there won't be as many, but they are also one of the some of the dominant species in the area. Derek from South Africa got it perfectly right. It's a red bush willow. Okay. So I know you guys who've been watching a bit recently have heard me talk about tambuti trees while we're in the drainage lines. And I've mentioned certain animals feed off those tambutis to self-medicate. So who can remember which animals I've mentioned eating the leaves of a tambuti, eating the noxious leaves to purge their system of parasites? And remember, so who can remember which animals that is? Those are, please send your answers to questions@wildearth.tv, or just use the hashtag SafariLive on Twitter. So also you've got bush willow with Susie, Rosalie, and Chris. Kathy from Indiana is saying, Ellie's eat tambuti to self-medicate. No, I've never seen them eating tambuti. Tua says giraffe. I'm afraid not. Come on, guys. And someone else says hippos, hyenas, buff. Still not there. Come on, guys. I know I've mentioned it at least 3 times on drives. At least. Tuss. I'm going to have to start being stricter with you guys. Just in case no one heard me, we did mention that it was India that has all those species of animals. And if anyone didn't hear the question I just asked, the tambuti tree, I mentioned, or let's just call it 3 main well-known animals that feed off the tambuti when they have bad parasites in their stomachs, and they do that to purge their system by eating the poisonous leaves of the tambuti. Which 3 animals, we'll just say 3 animals for now, keep it easier, are those? And I know I've mentioned it, so maybe you guys weren't listening to me. Susie says bush baby, nope. Okay, Arcee and Elaine have 2 species. Black rhino have been known to eat tambuti and euphorbia, another poisonous plant, to purge their system when they have a high number of intestinal parasites. Porcupine eat the roots, but not for that reason, but they do eat some boertie. So let's go for 2 more species. Okay, who was on kudu? Who said kudu? Lois said kudu. And Ellen said kudu. Kudu's another one. And Maddie, well done, guys. Alright. There's one more. And I'll just give you guys wildebeest impala, no. I'm gonna give you guys a hint. A clue. No lion, leopard. I'm gonna give you a clue. They're more closely related to us than the ungulates. Zebra, hyena, no. Baboon. Who said baboon? Baboon. Who said baboon? Sherry. Baboon is one of the other species that has been known to self-medicate using some boertie. Okay, now let's think. Another question. While we're looking for leopards. Let's think. Speaking of bush babies, let's see if we can try and get a view of one. Yeah, I just spotted one jumping. Hopefully he sits still long enough that we can see him. David is quoting a article or a book, I didn't quite hear which, saying that giraffe and eland have also been reported to eat some boertie leaves. Thanks very much, David. The bush baby did a disappearing act. Hope you can find another one. Come on, kitty cats. I've got a question. I think this is a good one. What and where? What is that? It's a duiker. Yeah, duiker. What species and in which country is the largest mammal migration in Africa? Which countries do they migrate from? And what species is the largest mammal migration in Africa? Send your answers to questions at questions at WildEarth.tv, or just use the hashtag SafariLive on Twitter. Alex is wrong. He's answered his answer in my ear. He's wrong. Alan has the species right. Bats, where do they migrate from? And what species of bat? That's why I asked the question. A lot of people think it's the Mara-Serengeti migration, but it's not. I said mammal, I didn't say large mammal. Everyone's saying wildebeest zebra, Tanzania and Kenya is incorrect. It is straw-colored fruit bats that migrate from the Congo to northern Zambia to take, and there's estimated, if I remember correctly, over 5.5 million fruit bats that do that migration, so more than double in terms of numbers the Serengeti Mara migration. Straw-colored fruit bats. Now, a second migration question, and maybe you guys will pick up that I'm being a bit tricky tonight. In terms of numbers, what is the largest large mammal, not just mammal, or actually let me rephrase, what is the largest even and odd-toed ungulate migration in Africa, and in which country is it in? Send your answers to questions at Safari. Sorry, let me repeat the question. So we're talking about animals, ungulates, antelope. So antelope, let's just simplify it. What is the largest antelope migration in Africa, and in which country does it take place? Answers to questions at wildearth.tv. Or use the hashtag SafariLive on Twitter. What was that, Alex? Very funny, Lisa. Lisa says we're driving her bats. That's Colin, the straw-colored fruit bats in Kasaka National Park in Zambia. We've moved on from that one now. Now we're on antelope. What is the largest antelope migration in Africa, and what country does it occur in? I can't hear you. Hang on.
Hello everyone. Being out in the bush and being out there live has its technical challenges. We're experiencing some of that now and are working on it as fast as possible to get it sorted and get you back on the vehicle with us.
We're back. So we went through a bit of a signal break up there. So back to, we got some answers. I'm excited. Please don't tell me anyone said. Oh, You guys are still stuck on the wildebeest and the zebra. I thought that the trick bat question first you would pick up, but I wasn't looking for that one. Okay, white-eared cob in Sudan. Who was that? Well done, Adam from Mississippi. White-eared cob in southern Sudan. They move between the Sud and the grazing areas. The Sud is a huge swamp on the Nile River in Sudan, in southern Sudan. Okay, sure. Okay. Oh, apparently viewers have a question for me. Okay, I'm ready. Where's the leopard hiding? I wish I knew right now, because we'd be looking at a leopard, not playing Trivial Pursuit. Okay. Do you guys want more questions? Or should I stop now? I think it's enough. What do you think, Alex? More questions? Donna also got white-eared cob. Well done, Donna. Okay. Okay, let's think. Okay, I've got another one for you guys. What is the most endangered canid? Canid is dog family in Africa. What is the most endangered canid in Africa? Canid dog family. Send your answers to questions at wildearth.tv or use the hashtag SafariLive on Twitter. And if we do have any new viewers out there, we are really on a live game drive at Juma Private Game Reserve within the Sabi Sands Game Reserve in the Lowveld of South Africa. By a few seconds, you are literally live on game drive with me, looking for animals. I think we should do a swing past Gary Dam. Okay, we had two answers in quickly. A couple of people saying African wild dog. Thought you would have picked up. I'm trickier than that. But I did hear one correct answer there. Ethiopian wolf or simian fox. Who was that from? Alan, BJ, RC, Trent, Eleanor, well done. Ethiopian wolf. Simian fox is another name for them. So they are actually a very interesting species. And Chris also got it right. And probably one of the species that's highest up on my wish list to see. And I'm going to get to Ethiopia one of these days to go look for them in the Bale Mountains. So last name again, please. Tanya and Joel also got it right. Now, back onto Ethiopian wolves. And what is the majority? What is almost all of an Ethiopian wolf's diet made up of? What is an Ethiopian wolf's diet mostly made up of? Send your answers to questions@wildearth.tv or use the hashtag SafariLive on Twitter. Just a quick question from Trent in Fiji. What is the most endangered mammal in South Africa? It's probably the riverine rabbit, but I could be wrong. I think it's the riverine rabbit, which only occurs in a very, very small part of the Karoo, in the central part of South Africa. The riverine rabbit. It's the most endangered mammal. We've got quite a few different endangered butterfly species. We've got a few in there. A prairie dog. Yeah, I heard someone say mole rat, or was it vole rat or mole rat? V or M? So, rodents. So we've got quite a few right answers there. So almost, you got something?
Yeah, that's all.
Yes, giant mole rats, giant voles, grass rats. Basically, they don't eat meerkats. They eat rodents mostly. The interesting thing, the highlands of Ethiopia, where they live, there is an incredible amount of different species and rodents, including the giant vole rat, which is their preferred prey. And in terms of biomass, for those who don't know biomass is sort of let's just keep it very simple, like layman's terms. Biomass is the amount of meat that's there. So when we talked about in terms of biomass for predators to feed on in the Sabi Sands, we were referring to all the impala and buffalo and wildebeests and all that. So obviously the Serengeti Mara migration is an incredibly large amount of biomass, or basically just call it meat. Strangely enough, in the Ethiopian highlands, just on rodents, there is more biomass than that whole Serengeti migration, which is incredible. Rodents, yes. Adam, Ellen, Derek, Ellen. Well done, guys. It seems like most people got that one right. Virginia. Susie. Hyena. Let's see. Can you believe it? You know who that is? That's the same hyena we saw at the den. We're probably about 2.5 kilometers from there now. It's a distinct scar on her back and the tatty ears. Oh, and around she goes. Off foraging, looking for leopards to steal from. pretty sure. Yep, that's exactly what I thought it was. It's just a buffalo. Just heard something in the bush and suddenly there were flies on me. There's another buffalo walking past. We're not going to shine the light on them at night, shame. Oh, a question for me. Oh. Wow. Can you go with that again, please? So Tanya it says it's time to test my knowledge on animals outside of Africa, and she'd like to know what is the common name for autocolobus manure. Can you spell it for me, please, Alex? Manure, and then the first part, autocolobus. Like C-O-U-B-S. I think that sounds like a bush baby from Madagascar. I might be wrong, but it sounds like one of the galagos from Madagascar or a lemur. I'm trying to remember, I have seen it somewhere before. Not, am I so far wrong? It's a cat. Autocolobus. Colobus refers to... Oh. Okay. Well, wait, no, I haven't given up yet. I'm going to try and work it out from its name. Oh, it's a bushveld gerbil. I'm just trying to work it out from its name. Cat species. Oh, look in the road. There we go. There's a bushveld gerbil running in the road. Oh, he disappeared. Oh, damn it. This is going to annoy me now. Manure. Go M-A-N-U-L. Okay, cat. Jungle cat or swamp cat from India? That's a complete bust. Guess in the dark. Okay, I'm going to have to admit failure. South America, Central Asia. So, what was its common name again? Harris's cat, also known as manul, a small cat from the grasslands of Central Asia. So, Pallises. P-A-L-L-E-S. Pallises cat. From the grasslands of Central Asia. Like A-S. Pallises cat. So, from like Mongolia, from the steppe. Very good question. I think I'm going to have to brush up on my carnivores outside of Africa. Okay. All the stuns, Western China, Mongolia. Also Russia. Alex, have you seen one? Interesting. Okay, are you sure about that? Can I say it? I want to be sure before I say it. Okay, apparently Alex is saying he's just looking at them now. Apparently it's a very beautiful cat, so I'm going to have a look when I get home. And they're quite unique because they have round irises, which a lot of cats don't. You sure about that? That doesn't sound right to me. Okay. Well, thanks for that question. Now I know I've got to go do some homework while I'm on holiday. Look up about all the other little animals and carnivores that... So next time I'm prepared when I get back from holiday. Sure. That went quickly. I can't believe it. It's time's nearly up. I can't believe it. I thought it was at least a half an hour still to go. Well, that was really fun. I actually really enjoyed the question and answer session with you guys. We definitely have to do it again. And we can still, it's quite nice after dark while we're looking for other stuff to do that. So that was lots of fun. Guys, I'm not 100% sure. You may see me tomorrow, you may not. I'll find out a little bit later. But it's been a really wonderful drive, such a beautiful evening. And thank you very much for joining us. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as Vim and I did. So thanks from Vim and myself and Alex in FC. And hopefully, Scott is back, should be back by now, so you'll be seeing Scott soon. And hopefully the Land Rover guys managed to fix Jigger, so we'll have 2 vehicles out again at some point. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening or morning wherever you are. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Have a wonderful evening.